Today I pulled your energy and the energy in your orbit. You have the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. And in your orbit, you have Everything is Fine in reverse and the Knight of Swords. Honestly, the most straightforward message here is that you're needed. But it's you. You are needed. That self-promotion that I've been picking up in previous readings, it's right here. But do you also notice all the air that's surrounding this Knight of Cups? So what's clear is what needs development is the implementation of all of the knowledge and the learning that we've procured, that we've discovered, and that we're willing to do. It's about allowing ourselves to be our most authentic self through curiosity, through allowing ourselves to be more fluid, more dynamic, engaging in more movement. Okay, movement of the word. So pairing action with intention. That's in your energy here. So of course, that would be highly attractive to those who are in need. Everything is fine in reverse. It's definitely saying, okay, things are not fine. But what could not be fine to some people, others, is that you haven't been around. This could be, hey, you've been missing. You're needed. Some people will say to you that you are missed. Some people will say to you that you are wanted. Those of you who are curious about romantic endeavors, the more you love on yourself, the more it's going to be clearer to people, clearer to you that people are desiring you. And what you're going to experience is based off of what you are saying. Okay? Anecdotal evidence, okay? What you say about yourself is going to be reflected back. All right? So with that, I would say, don't be too surprised. Even when it comes to those of you who are trying to make friends, like, people are your feedback loop of how you feel about yourself, okay? And I think if people are saying to you, let's use this for example, like, hey, I miss you. I'm sure plenty of you have been feeling like, I haven't been myself. I haven't been myself in a long time. I don't feel like I can be myself. Of course, people are going to miss you. Does that make sense? If you're feeling like, you know what? I like the way things are. I like the way my body's currently shaped. Yeah, I may be working on, maybe toning up more or adding more weight to my body, whatever, but I'm happy with the way things are, and I'm happy for how I'm showing up for my body. You know the amount of people that are going to be looking at you like, man, you look good. Or how you doing? How you doing? You know what I mean? What do you think will happen if you say, you know what, I am really smart. I am really good at solving problems. I love a good puzzle. I'm really good at working in teams. Yeah. Those are those callbacks. Those are those applications coming back through. The opportunities to engage in interviews. Those green lights to go to those classes, those colleges, universities, to travel abroad. Oh, okay, this was very loud and clear. Many of you are ready to pass the exam. Oh, wow, I heard a very loud bring it on. Okay, bring it on. And what's nice about this in the night, being that student who's willing to get into the field, is that, you'll be met with the challenge, with the obstacle, with the alarm, with the word problem, the problem to solve. Oh, it'll be right there. And it's going to be a perfect match for you. It's going to be on your level. It's going to be on your level. You're going to do it. The perfect match is probably what some of you have also been desiring. perfect match for a career, perfect match when it comes to social groups, perfect match for a home, perfect match for a partner. Keep that language up. Perfect match. Other perfect matches have to happen too. Like to play some games? Wow. Another jackpot. Many of you are going to be realizing how all the work that you've done to show up for yourself internally, to change that internal dialogue that we're seeing through the lovers here, you're making your life easier. You're understanding how important it is to rest so that you can show up for yourself and then show up when you are called to action. And you won't be confused. You're going to be understanding what it is that you're carrying forth in this cup. Because what's being asked of you is to bring your authentic self. People want you. You are the embodiment of various experiences nobody else on the planet has ever had. You will always be a unique experience. And I like that you know that. And I like that you are allowing yourself to learn how to speak with that fact. But you see what's also going on here? You also understand that there is something bigger than you. There's this divinity within you. And that is what you're also presenting forth. So for those of you who have felt like you have struggled to be in your queerness, those of you who have struggled to express maybe some mystical experiences, your psychic abilities, all the weird stuff, don't give a damn. This is what, and I like that this is here because I feel like you get it. And that's what you're learning how to implement into the field now. It's not giving a damn. I'm going to be myself anyways. Okay? Because before this was the Hierophant, that was some hard-coded rules. Those were some well-paved pathways that never really felt that good underneath my feet. So what I decided to do was subscribe to something beyond that. And then have the audacity to self-promote with that. To be curious enough to express that I'm curious enough about myself and the world around me. And then how I can show up in it. And so when there's people out there like, why are they getting that? That jealous eye, all that stuff. You're not going to be confused. Because you know what you're doing. You're not afraid of change. I feel like enough of us here who are coming across this have been through enough disappointment to where when something big happens, it's like, you know what? I have survived. I know how to walk through these spaces. I know how to navigate. So of course, people are going to want to understand how I'm keeping it together. Of course, people are going to want to know about my experiences. They're going to want to know about my knowledge. They're going to want to know, how the hell do I connect to this part of myself? But I also know that my experience in the past is that if I don't have boundaries around letting them do the work, then I become exhausted. I don't feel like I can self-promote because I don't have time to connect to myself. So what a lot of you are doing right now as the Knight of Cups is you're learning how to walk out there as somebody who's curious about your environment, but you're not playing around. You see, there's a vessel that is protecting the water. There's a body that is protecting the divine. And you decide how much that's worth, not anybody else. And you understand how, as someone who's bearing water, self-reflecting, why these types of energies are coming into your life, why people miss you, why people desire you, why people want your intellect, why people want to hear your voice. And you also know that it's your job to use the process of discrimination, to know who is actually intending to do the work with you versus who wants you to do all the work. Okay? Maybe the power of discretion is a better phrase. Okay? But you are walking out into the field ready to face the world. That is that bring it on energy. I know what I'm doing because I've been through whatever this is. Whatever theme is the most prominent in your mind, you've been through it already. Of course, people are going to be looking to you, but you also have to make sure you're looking to you too. Make sure that your rest and rejuvenation is always a priority. When you feel yourself saying no, you obey that, because them's the rules now. People can't play around with you, right? Exercise that. Express that you have a boundary. Okay. Everything's like, even with this, thank you for wanting me to be there. Thank you for desiring me. Thank you. But I also have a schedule. I also said this is what I'm willing to show up for, compensation-wise. If that's not next, because what a lot of you also understand that if you are facing something that is not desirable, it's not because you're failing or you did something wrong. It's because there's a part of you who wants to upgrade how they say no. They want to upgrade how they experience rejection so they can have tougher skin. It's like I'm seeing a healthy opportunist, because this Knight of Cups is willing to shift their perspective to get through it. I mean, you had to be delusional to survive before. I think you're pretty good to go when it comes to learning how to be your most authentic self and expressing that shamelessly. And learning how to do that. No, thank you. Okay? Oh, you know what? Yes. Or even pausing for a moment and just taking in the fact that I think I'm recognizing I created this moment for myself. Now I get it. Now I see me. Now I hear me. We're so much wiser. Not just smarter, much wiser, because there's implementation here. Whatever this shows up as, however it shows up, you can choose to see it for what it is. You decide how you're going to experience it. You also decide how you're going to interact and communicate with it. Okay? And remember, as you're interacting there, there's also interaction going on here. And if you want to be the person who's saying, forget it, I just want to have a more playful time because what else do I have to lose? I just want to play. Let me play around with language. Let me just be a little bit more carefree. This night right here, it's the act of revision. Because it's a playground now. Ooh, you'll be revising. That's what that I think that the Knight of Cups meeting that Knight of Swords there. When things don't seem okay, things don't seem like they're going according to what you want, that could be your opportunity to revise what you're saying, how you're responding to it, what you're saying to your body, to yourself as you're experiencing it. Are you shaming yourself for having this experience? Do you hear the negative language? Can you step back from it? That's the playground. That's the playground. And the more you learn to do this, the quicker you do it, the more that you can center yourself. I keep telling y'all, your relationship to prosperity will never be questioned again. People want you. You are desirable now. Just claim it. Maybe that's the affirmation. I am desirable. I am wanted. You don't have to be afraid of that, because I know I am wanted has its other side of the coin too, like vigilance. No, you're wanted. You're desired. You're smart. You are yourself. You are unafraid. You are willing to face reality for what it is. And you're also willing to play with reality. Challenges don't scare you as much as they used to. I can feel that. This bring it on energy is very loud. So Fully immerse. Step into it. You can step into the frame where, you know what, it looks the same, but I don't feel the same. That's how you know a shift has happened. I'm not reacting to the same thing the way that I used to, because I know I don't have to, because I know my options. I know I can be more of myself, and I'm going to allow myself to do that. This is my playground right now. And when it's time to play, it's also going to be time to rest. Okay? So allow yourself to be curious about who you are right now. Not even who you intend to be. You don't even have to go that far. Just who you want to be right now. And right now for you might even be today. How can you be more playful today? How can you follow more of your excitement today, despite what's going on? How can you still choose yourself? We're humans, trust me. We're going to remember out there is there. It's going to draw us back in some way, but it's always our job to get back here, especially when we are tempted to exhaust ourselves when being of service. When it feels like it's time to show up for others more than ever, we have to make sure that we're also maintaining that balance of showing up for us, listening to us. Rest is going to be a very, very, very important part of our journey from here on. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Listen to yourself. The more you do that, easily turn into the King or Queen of Cups. Easy upgrade, okay? So with that being said, I appreciate all your time and energy you spend on any of my content. I intend this reading felt validating, that you felt seen and heard, as always. Please do your best to keep the faith. Need to start saying that more often again. And I'm grateful that I can be a messenger, and that it's great to see the love for yourself showing up in these cards. I'm not surprised, but it still feels really good when you can witness that in the cards, and knowing that there's that many stories out there of people choosing themselves and not being afraid to learn how. So with that being said, if you would like a personal reading, the information's in the description. But other than that, I love you very much, and I'll see you next time.